So there's so many superfoods in India. There is Indian gooseberry, which is amla, rich in vitamin C, and we all know about that. There is foxnut, there is turmeric, and there is one thing which is not really that common, and it is raw banana. Raw banana is traditionally used in so many South Indian curries, in vegetables, but people seem to lack a bit of wisdom on it. And let us not call it a superfood. Because if you call or label something as superfood, what happens is that you end up paying more for it. And I mean, it is already a marketing gimmick we all know about. So let's just not label things as superfood and just consume it. So let us not call raw banana a superfood because eventually you would have to pay more for it. Now, let's focus what actually is raw banana and raw banana flour. So raw banana flour is just raw banana sun-dried or mechanically dry, and then it is grinded into a fine powder, which is a flour. Now you could make rotis, chapatis, breads, cakes, biscuits out of that flour, and that flour is actually really good for us. It is good for people with diabetes. It is good for people with some certain skin disorders and even for cancer. And we are going to discuss it how you should take it and who should be taking it and who should not be taking it. Now, raw banana flour is a resistant starch, which means it resists the digestion in your body. So when you eat this resistant starch, eat this raw banana, it does not get digested in your gut, but it passes through your large intestine where it is then fermented by your gut microbiome. And this gut microbiome releases something called SCFA, which is short chain fatty acid, which are therapeutic for your body and also it lowers inflammation. What's more is that this resistant starch feeds the good bacteria, which would help you to populate this gut microbiome. And most people today are looking at gut because actually it is the first line of defense for our body. Gut is where our immunity starts from. And today we know that your gut is where your immune system is the most dependent on. If you have a healthy gut, you have a healthy immune system. Now let's look at resistant starch and how it could be used. Resistant starch here is raw banana flour. So people with diabetes, they can consume raw banana and they should actually consume raw banana because it is known to improve insulin sensitivity. So there's insulin resistance and there is insulin sensitivity. Now, when your body or when your body cells are not accepting that insulin or your body does not have enough insulin, you basically have an insulin resistance or your body is not responding to insulin. And when our body is responding to insulin in a healthy way, it is called insulin sensitivity. So we should all be in insulin sensitive. So if you have insulin resistance, this raw banana flour is really good for you. So how people with diabetes and people with insulin resistance should take it. You need to consume it post meal after 25 to 30 minutes of eating your meal with 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, depending how it suits you. Mix it with the water, and then drink it and then walk for another 10 minutes. So you took your meal, 20 to 30 minutes after that, you drink this water and then 10 minutes walk. Now, again, this works for most of us. And if you continue doing this once a day, this is very powerful. For let's say 2 weeks, you're gonna see a good result in your blood sugar levels. Now, it's not limited to only people with diabetes. It can be consumed by actually everyone. But we need to be mindful. If you have colitis or IBS, inflammatory bowel syndrome, you have to be mindful in consuming it. If you want to consume it little bit at first, maybe half a teaspoon in 1 glass of water, and then, you continue to increase it as you tolerate it. Because more fiber can also actually be really determining your health without you knowing it. And it could also cause bloating, gas, So you need to be mindful, and you can do it in a supervision of your nutritionist. Now, people with gut issues who want to increase their gut microbiome, their immunity, also should consume this. Again, the guidelines is same to consume it post meal, 20 to 30 minutes after that. Now, people with cancer. Cancer, we know, starts from gut, and your gut is something which is fundamental for your immunity, and your immunity stems from your gut. So by increasing your immunity, we actually, am I here saying that this thing is gonna reverse your cancer, or you're gonna be cancer free just by eating this food? Absolutely no. But what I'm saying is that it would help you to heal and recover better from cancer, because most people who are suffering from cancer unfortunately has to go through chemotherapy. Well, it's not a choice, it's something that they need to do, but it also compromises their gut health. And we need to look at that, because our gut is where our immunity starts from, as we have discussed in this video. So it's not a problem of chemotherapy. It's you that you should be taking responsibility of healing your gut as well. So if you are going for chemotherapy, or even if you are not going for that, if you are suffering from cancer, how you should be consuming it. Again, 1 glass of water with 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon mix in the water, and then drink it. If you have raw banana available, you can eat it as well. It's not just about flour. Just a flour. Flour is just for convenience. It is not available somewhere, but most of India has it. If you're outside India, then your flour may be needed. So what else? Glowing skin. If you want a glowing skin, you have psoriasis or eczema. Consuming raw banana flour, again, would help you a lot. So having a good looking skin is not just superficial. You just can't go everywhere and apply some ointment, some creams, lotion, and whatever until you work deep inside. It's your inner work, which is again your immunity, your gut health that would shine outside. Because whatever you put on your body is absorbed inside, and whatever you put in your body would reflect outside. So if you are not nourishing yourself with good foods, the right foods, and you're having a poor lifestyle, that would reflect on your skin. There's no way you can hide it. All right, there's cosmetic surgery, but address the root cause. So look at your diet, look at your lifestyle. What's more is that this raw banana flour helps you to lower down your cholesterol levels, which is your LDL, which is a bad cholesterol, and that is reduced because of this, which is good for us. So you also reduce the risk of heart diseases, because fiber actually helps with that. And for women with menopause, they should be consuming this on empty stomach. This is only the exception here. Because of all what we have discussed before this, I would want you to take the raw banana flour 20 to 30 minutes after a meal. But if you are someone who's suffering from menopause, you have irregular periods, you have pain, then consume it empty stomach in the morning. And that is it for today. Raw banana is a superfood, but let's just not label it as such and consume it without emotions attached. Thank you for watching.